Hi, my name's Dave Logan. I work for Flood Risk America. Today we are deploying panels to make sure they don't leak and to do extra gasketing that got ruined from Milton and other hurricanes. We deployed number 16, number 11, and number 3. So this is what it looks like when the sidewalk bolts are in. See on this window. Those need to be taken out like we did here already. This heavy shell, we use this brace to hold the window up while we knob. Now we're going to move the panel into place. And then we're going to look what lines up with our holes. Alright, now what we're going to do is put one in to hold it. Start my bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, just tighten this knob a little bit so it doesn't fall off. What I'm doing right now is I'm kind of snugging it up tight. Not fully tight yet, but I'm getting these tight. It is compressing the gasket right now, but I can't see it because I'm in the middle. I'm mostly concerned about the bottom and the first 3 or 4 feet up right now. And I'm going to look under here. I'm going to look underneath here. I want to see that the gasket is getting compressed to the wall. Look at the way it molds right to the wall. If you don't do that, it will leak. So it is very important that you contour that gasket to the wall. And you come back over here and work these two. And you can see the gasket is bulging and it's conforming to any imperfection in the wall. The really tightening of these knobs needs to be done not a week in advance, but a day or 2 before the hurricane comes. And that's it. This is a 3-beam. 1 beam, a mid-span, another H-beam here, and a beam going across. So it's a 3-piece, 2-panel opening. First, what you want to do is remove all your sidewalk bolts out of the anchors. You want to clean the area out. You're going to put the first H-beam in. You want to look for the anchors for the hole. So what Dennis is doing now is he's putting the bolts in, 2 or 3 turns into the anchor, that's it. So when I place my H-beam down, I look for the anchor and I put it right over the hole. And now I'm just going to continue putting my bolts in the sides. 3 or 4 turns, that's it, with the bolt going in the anchor, and then turn the knob. I want to visually look to see it's contouring to the cracks. You can even do this knob. You can see it's visually molding itself to the wall. But I can see visually it is compressing right now. See how that bolt turns? You don't want that to happen. You want to stop it from turning. You just want to turn the knob. Put the top beam on now. These 2 rim nuts go on one on this side and one on this side of this. Put a hole in the side. Now we put this knob in, this bolt here. Now that the skeleton frame has been put into place and compressed down, we're going to move to putting the panels on. Again, we look for the bottom holes. We're looking for these anchors to be lined up with the hole in the panel. This panel's in place. All we did is put the knobs in loosely. Now we're going to move to this panel. You want to put the hole right over the anchor. Start putting in your bottom anchors, bottom knobs, nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners are the most important part. Once you have compression here, not up here, just down here where you put these 2 knobs, and you want to tighten this bottom one. Tighten these, tighten these, tighten these. You're looking for compression. Every installer or everybody deploying these panels should get a little ratchet to hold the bolt. The really tightening of these knobs needs to be done not a week in advance, but a day or two before the hurricane comes. And that's it. You want to take off the sidewalk bolts. Next thing you want to do is you want to clean off the area. Just move your panel into place and place it over the holes that are on the bottom. Second thing you want to do, start in your corners. Short one first, then the long one. 2-3 threads, that's it. If you have little grout marks like this where the brickwork is, then you want to try and squeeze it in as far as you can. The gasket will, and you just want to compress the gasket by visual, tight. So what these two does is it keeps the panel from moving out. So now what I want to do is I want to loosen these just slightly, and then keep compressing this bottom one down. Once these are compressed, then you go back to these two again. Start with the corner bottom one. You can visually see that the rubber is molding to the gap in the wall. You can see the rubber is actually molding to the wall. Now it's visually looking to make sure that the gasket is molding to the wall. Very important when you have brickwork that the chinking that is lower than the face of the brickwork, that you have to visually look and see that the gasket is molding to that crack. There you go. That's a single flush mount panel. That was the installation for a single mount flush mount panel. And that's it.